Alright. Time to finish this. Oh, beautiful! I fought of my fated enemy, of the enemy I must slay. I fear some beast that delights in committing atrocities, sinking into the climbing Shang dynasty, and leading King Zhou heart astray piece by piece. The golden white face that went beyond the goddess' new expectations, growing mighty and furious as it attempted to devour the human realm. A great beauty considered to be monstrous evil that disrupts the harmony of the world by even the foremost of the Xians, such as Yuanshin and Tianxin in Changwanmu. Hi, Minami. Me. You're a bit early today. A willful comedy, a beast. I resolved to fight for her. I resolved to slay her. An enemy I was not sure I could seal, even if I should put my life on the line to do so. An enemy I must fight to the death amidst fire and lightning, wielding my two treasure swords and bago. I knew it all, and yet okay. Foo-foo. Foo-foo-foo-foo. I see you're at work. I shall kill them now. Yes, that's right, I will kill them. To defy me is to defy King Zhou. Therefore he must be a renegade who has turned against the realm. You shall die. You, your parents, your siblings, your spouse, and your children, everyone. As gruesome as possible, and as slowly as possible. You shall die. Poof. Rust's laughter and derision, tyranny and butchery. The tragedy that ensued, the sight of those great atrocity was far so removed from reality that I even pondered whether I was in a nightmare. The river of fresh blood that overflowed looked as though it were posed to swallow up the earth itself. And in the heart of all that crimson reeking of blood, oh, she laughed it and laughed it a shrill laugh. After laughing to herself for a while. Ooh, that was fun. Was what she said. As for me, when I saw her speak those words, I thought to myself, how beautiful. That beyond the evil that has thrown aside all morals and reason, There exists a lone flower so extique and beautiful that there exists a flower that blooms only within that river of blood. And before that woman, that beast whose head I will sever in time, I could not help but to think of her beauty. Excuse me, but allow me to reconfirm. You said that she took on the power of Cenarius in the British law spell, correct? May I hear that story from you again? So while her reasons aren't clear, she shielded Chaldea from the power of Cenarius. And that she seemingly did so on purpose, not due to bad luck or the like. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it really is my mistake. Miss Bull? Once again, beg forgiveness. No matter how terrible it was, I should have paid better attention to strange feeling I had about this. For her to suffer, in order to protect those other than herself, even where happenstance or from the outcome of some providence. I found myself thinking that might have been the case. But no, not a chance. Now where Finn the Shadow is cast, Daji would never do such a thing. And so... Dear me, what a disgrace. Taikobo has totally failed. Hello, Solsuke. Tamovich-Koenskai is something else. She is not Daji. Her existence should be as a counterfeit of the golden white face. What? Then what is the Gemini Beast class that we've been closing in on? You think Tamovich-Koenskaya has no connection to the nine-tailed Hulijing who is the golden white face fox? Yes. It's true they resemble one another, but I think they're fundamentally different existences. So that's where we're at. 3,000 years ago, Daji was behind the ruin of the Shang dynasty. There's no question she was the golden white face, true. Undoubtedly so, she was the 1,000-year fox spirit. Lady Nua had decreed a hasty eradication for the Shang, but that demon went on to torment the people according to her evil nature. The beast's tail, a powerful and furious thing bearing 9 tails, for that was Daji. Then I came here. I was certain the reason for my coming to this world was to eradicate the beast's tail. To consign the shadow of Daji to death, in accordance with Lady Nua's wishes from the Emperor realm. Or so I had come earnestly think. What other purpose was there? So you mean? Not a Tamamo. Senpai, you recall hearing from Tamano Mai herself that she is in Daji. What are you talking about? How does one taxonomically classify as the Tamamos? I appreciate you not confusing me any more than I already am. You don't look so good, director. Just calm down a little. Here, drink some water. Oh. Gulp, gulp. Ooh, oh, that's good. Water drawn from the clear waters of the life zone. It's cold, so clear it shimmers under the sunlight. One sip will make you feel better, have another. Gulp, gulp. Oh, I feel somewhat calmer. I should say so. Stares unblinkingly. What? Nothing, just that you make a good caretaker, almost to a motherly degree. I can do most things, you know? That leaves the room for the few that I can't. Full. Oh, you want some water too? Here. Full. Okay, that's all well and good. The director seems to have settled down, so shall we move on? Now let's straighten things out. Firstly, we are certain she is not the same alter ego or Buri of Daji, nor anything along the lines of a figure exaggerated to the height of a heroic spirit. I am adamant on the point despite that and towering over these facts. Koen's Kaya is imitating the golden white face, that much is certain. We have enough on which base this, right? Yeah. We're counting on you this time, heroic spirit Taikobo. There's no place to formulate a plan on shaky grounds. Let me try to redeem myself for that mistake. Yes, my arrival should somewhat be evidence. Her personality and behavior, the difference in effect my arts had on her, not to mention. The tail. And what a tail. Shaking. Full. Speaking first of the amount of magic energy. In her possession, it's strange for her not to have already reached a mature form. That was her ego and familiars we thought have made use of that much power. Yet she has not yet reached maturity, but why is that? Because the model case for her self-evolution is the golden white face, whose nine-tailed form is her ideal body. Therein my rationale. Oh, aiming to be the new Nine Tails, yes, that might be convincing reasoning. On top of that, and this is just a theory, the tails she collected could very well be the Lost Belt themselves. She used the Lost Belt to gather her tails. Yes. The process of turning the life forms of Lost Belts into her familiars would render each existence a piece of foreign intelligence into tails. What do you mean? We might be jumping the gun here. Would you care to explain? That's how it seems from the alter ego with a luxurious mass to her saint graph. From what I could tell, it currently weighs hundreds of thousands of tons. Mass like Guaranteed monster. A giant monster. It's not so easy to gauge at a glance, like power from the amount of magical energy. But amass is their weight of existence. Is it possible that she's been extracting the information of the 6 lost belts via her lost familiars, making it into tails and expanding? 6 lost belts. If we're talking about the alter ego that emerged at Olympus, it wouldn't be so strange for it to have 5 tails. Her main body still only has 5 tails. Oh. One of them was lost in Britain. The fight at Britain Lakes District. Since Muramasa said that one of the spiritual cores was destroyed there by Melusi. Though even with the Beast Saint graph, it stands that her growth stage had already reached the count of 6 tails. So the assumptions notwithstanding. A Saint graph of so huge mass will take proportionate efforts to early kill and burn out. Which isn't to say it's equivalent to destroying 6 lost belts, but it will take spending a good amount of resources. I see. So we need firepower of that degree. I'm disappointed we haven't finished Excalibur cannon. They've even prepared new sunglasses for the occasion. Taikobo. Yes. Oh, you only now notice. Your expression looks strangely better. Taikobo, could it be you still have a card yet to play? Well, say it, Taikobo. I know you're free to review anything after you made such a terrible blunder. Even so, I think you should review anything you kept secret. I hate for you to talk about me like some kind of schemer. Yes, I do have after a fashion. There's definitely a way to stop Koyan. Well, there is. Fo. If you have the means, then it's uplifting. I was honestly conflicted since she generates unlimited war pieces and lost familiars. It turns out she can immobilize them one after the other, right? In such a situation. Continuing to head for the center of the territory will only play into her hands. I honestly wonder if we should abandon that strategy and consider leaving the territory with all our power. That made me hesitate. Morningstar reset the border course for the center of the territory. I already laid in. I knew that would be in line with your habits, Commander. No, hold on. Wait first for your commander's order before you act, alright? As for me, I don't want to run away from this. I need to go to Koen's castle. The first anti-beast no phantasm was a total dud, and the second not much better. But I promise I will lead you to the solution. There is a way. If you say such openly, can we rely on you? Please leave it to me. I removed certain properties of the beast anti-beast no phantasm based on targeting Daji's shadow. But there are countermeasures for my monsters, no matter how mighty or huge beyond reckoning. I'm still a genuine body. There are ways to plan for it. Even if you don't know what it is, measures and countermeasures are always possible. Though I don't know for sure how well it will work. The means are there. Serious space. He even announced it. Hehe. Well, that's some magnificent confidence. Even if I felt convinced through my carefully layered specimen. Fo. Strike with all our strength. You mean to say there's generally how most things can be dealt with? No, not all things work out that way. That's the way of the world, Nikitich. I can't follow what you're saying. You're being too vague. Not to worry, this will stay between us. I simply need to lay down several deductions. Ladies and gentlemen, lend me your ears. Here, huddle in closer. Yes. Oh. I don't think he meant you, Verbal, but no matter what. What was one of the team too, you know? We can't leave him out. Quite right. Furthermore, let's put up a voice cancelling board. At any rate, we are within a reality marvel. According to the clock tower in the west, reality marvel is one apex of magecraft that varies radically, as they have no shared characteristics. It said no two are equal, but there is no such thing as too much caution. Judging from her words and action before, it seems she can monitor all events inside the reality marble. Yes, the reality marble. My final mood rests on the fact that this is a reality marble. Now once again, mumble. Okay, we're about to enter the dead zone. All combatants intercept approaching war beasts at your direction. Huh? Can't we go take the safest possible way through the life zone? We concluded an analyst of the Lost Familiar patrol's route and can make a breakneck charge route there. Look at the operation maps. The center of the territory lies within the dead zone. Charging the long way will stretch us too far. There you have it, Yukimash. Roger. Yes. The shadow border must maintain its speed. Please, if there are any warbeast prongs that stand to impede our way, I'll send our commandants ahead by Fangshu, then recall them to the border by the same means. And repeat as necessary. Okay then, we can make for the center without halting our speed. I like it. Tendon is quite convenient. Haha, that's one way to put it. It's no exaggeration to call my tendon a fang shear of stratic caliber. Go back to your old cocky self. Haha. Well, don't you think it's time he did? Now let's go, everyone. The enemy is a pack of war beasts. Yes. Well, they responded as if on cue, multiple hostiles, 100 meters from our position. War beasts and big ones, I hate to say. Then it's time you were off. Tendon technique. Adventure. Oh, damn guts again. Hello, Red. More guts. Ow. Free 2 rulers. I'm fine.
我が行くは温州の彼方アンテル・シャトーティフ
No! Group down, please.
戦闘終了。面白みのない戦いでした。面白くても別に嬉しくはありません。
Please get the go gems. Well, we managed to break through. I see, that's our destination, 60 degrees, 55 north latitude, around 101.57 east longitude. What on earth is that? What do you see? Let's have a look. Oh. Fo. Suddenly modern architecture. No hostile in our Bin City. Looks like there aren't any hostile signals in our sensory range either. I thought her headquarters would be guarded by a swarm of warbeasts. But it's rather quiet. There's nothing here. No magical signature corresponding to a lost familiar either. She protected Chaldea from the calumny brought about Britain's enshrined deity, in which case she should be completely spent, likely in a state where she seek revenge. Seek to rest up somewhere quiet. Though this might be guesswork. Doesn't matter. If there isn't anyone guarding that fort, that just means we can waltz right in. That's all there is to it. Hey dragon. Anytime you're ready? Mashiki. Yes. We are ready to go. Right, that's a good response. Now then, Shibu Sheng. Momo. What? Did we always had something this critter with us? Forgive me, I usually keep her in a spiritual form, but it'll make things smoother if she accompanies us to the final boss. Doesn't look like my steed can eat her. Oh well. Alright, looks like our frontliners are all present. Prepare yourself now. For the fort is before us, and within lies its lord. In which case we shall make haste towards the throne. Let's go. Buccaneers, charge. Let's do this. Living over this desolate land. It's a throne of a beast that rules it. A grand palace that presides over the zones of slaughter and survival. 60 degrees, 55 north latitude, and 101.57 east latitude. The epic center of the reality marvel. Epicenter of the great explosion that wiped out 4 class clean of life. In other words, this is the ground zero. A colossal tower living ahead. Its name is... Welcome, esteemed guests, to the NF's headquarters building. Welcome to the Nine Fox Foundation headquarters building. I have been assigned the role of guide by our CEO, as only sighted life form capable of speech in this territory. It's a pleasure to meet you. Can you see? What? Which unexpectedly polite gatekeeper Nugget was not expecting this. A bunny. Yes, senpai, he appears to be an anthropomorphic rabbit. I'm so glad we can communicate far better than those silent lost familiars and war beasts. Please make your acquaintance. I am Taikobo, and these fine folks are from Korea. I'm JP-rKyECtnz. Understood. Esteemed guests from Korea, Master Taikobo and Lady JP-rKyECtnz. It appears you have not made arrangement, but I shall confirm this with the CEO. This way, please. Well, Mo. I didn't expect this, but I assume this means we can enter without a fight. Or they could be setting up a sudden ambush, making us hard to think. While making us that. Don't let your guard down, folks. Doesn't feel like an ambush, though. I suppose so. Flexibility, adaptable, even on the battlefield. Yepers are expected. Really? Another bot. Really? Another bot. Flexibility, adaptable, even on the battlefields. Yepers expect to master a mash. Our role is to constantly ready for battle. I'll leave the dialogues with PB to you. Understood. You say some nice things from time to time, Dragon. Ahaha, have you fallen for me by any chance? I'm probably a bit dangerous of woman, so you're in for a world of hurt if you fall for me that easily. Ha ha ha. Fo. Ahaha. Is anything the matter? This way, please. Yes, we'll be right along. Thank you for your understanding. Please use the main entrance of the headquarters over here to enter. We are, in a way, an armed group providing the service requested of us by our customers. The defense our headquarters building boasts are nothing short of flawless, especially the gun beasts of various size embedded within the construction materials around the front entrance. They were capable of delivering firepower equivalent to a battalion of tanks, so please make sure to not leave my side. If you approach them without permission, well, we could have a horrible accident on our hands. Oh? On a closer inspection, there are magical signatures all around the main entrance. He said something about gun beasts being embedded in a construction material. I assume he's referring to the war beasts. That would mean, as soon as we assume an aggressive stance, countless gun would spawn from these walls. Sounds rather brutal. Admiring design of concept. The outward appearance is one thing, a first-rate company, yet the design concept is unforgiving towards invaders. Right, if you would kindly form 2 rows, yes, that will do. Now then, we will be entering the headquarters hall from the main entrance. This way, please. Those fancy street steps. Our CEO tends to be in her office for the most part. She's in skimming movements as of late for a certain reason. I have already informed her of your visit and received word that she will be meeting you all in this hall. There was no indication that they had been in touch. I wonder if it's a form of telepathy. Yes, PV is in all kind likely a familiar of hers. We have arrived. We are at the center of NF headquarters meeting hall. The CEO will be seeing you off now. Please wait here. I pray for a negotiation with the CEO will be brighten the future of the world. Well, not that I have much money in the way of sentence and self-awareness. Now, if you excuse me, PV shall be taking his leave. Now, if you excuse me, PV shall be taking his leave, Ibikudoji. How courteous, we will meet again, if fate shall will it, PV. Goodbye, PV. Thank you very much. Farewell, humans. Truth to be told, I'm a little surprised. You're aware that you're inside a reality marble, right? I can spawn as many familiars and as many beasts I can see fit. In fact, I did just that. And you all had no other choice but to scamper away. The difference in strength between us is as clear as financial statement. The fact that you boldly waltz in her hero regression, I mean. That you're here to show off some fresh idea. No, first comes gratitude. Thank you for starting this with a dialogue, and we too are just surprised. Of course, we are surprised that you're here to converse with us like this, but also surprised by PB's existence. To think you would create an entity capable of human speech in this domain. I figured that you love everything about humanity. Yes, I do. However, disgust and creation are entirely separate matters. They receive some respects from me regardless of what lies inside, so long as business they conduct is satisfactory. Well, such a case is extremely uncommon, hence PB. I would also like to thank you for conversation with him as an equal. PB happens to be a favorite of mine. Wonder who that is. It's hard to imagine it, but I am curious. Oh. An extremely uncommon case is it, I see. Sort of disappointing that I'm not this person, Miss Tomovich-Koenskaya. Oh my. Have you come to refer me as Koenskaya? I could have sworn you were using another sword. Bribe. Name to I gone sworn you were using another woman's name to refer to me. Yes, I was mistaken. I must have unwittingly insulted you. Tai Kobo Liu Sheng formally offered his apologies, Miss Koenskaya. Oh dear. The heartfelt words of apologies and touching indeed, however. As one hand reaches out to me, the other reaches out for a gun, hidden behind you. Am I wrong? For that is how humans hunt. For that is the hidden nature of man. Isn't that right, Mr. Taikobo? There is no hidden ability to miscall one, disrespect them. I heard that a fellow Chinese hero committed the same fully before through he was of a louche. I heard that a fellow Chinese hero committed this same folly before, though he was of a lost boat. I cannot speak on his behalf, but we truly have given you a hard time. Very well. I accept your apology. Country is one of the few virtues that humans possess. No matter what may come after this, I will not discredit the dead. Oh, is something the matter? One of our few virtues, that may be so. We humans may have reigned as primates on this planet, but the cost of maintaining our culture and civilization is beyond our imagination. We snuff out many lives just by living and going about our business. If monsters consuming far beyond the speed of their own reproduction are to be humanity's true nature, if that is to be our sin, then the virtues brought about civilization, society, and culture exchange are far too small in comparison. Yes, those few accomplishments hardly make up for that true nature. Ape who just transformed their ecosphere from a circle of circulation into one consumption. That call this planet home, yet mark them consideration. All the same without exception. Well, the fact that the opposite is also true is what makes humanity incredible, though. They truly are loathsome, considering both their virtues and vice. Seeing how you traverse this world, I'm sure you already know. The reason I exist. Of what I do behind the alien god's back while I supported its invasion. You long for humanity's downfall. Oof. My objective is my ideal. It's without doubt the total annihilation of humanity. But if I were asked whether I wish to annihilate them with my own hands, I would say no. I leave the hard work to the alien god. I could not care less about proper human history and lost spells. I simply want to watch and enjoy. Swear my conceited poetry's echo, screaming, whimpering, and floundering. Being weighted away without ever achieving anything until the last of them dies in tear. To see that with my own eyes is my wish, as pigs, shall we call it. After all, I wouldn't be able to make assessments otherwise, wouldn't I? Of how empty, small, and revolting the last thing humanity leaves behind is. Creatures who expire in a few minimal, despite gaining wonderful technologies and knowledge. Multiplying without caring for their brethren, without healing the earth. An ecosystem where the ignorant strong ultimately trample on the ignorant weak. I will record its final moments and put it on auction for everyone else to hear in this universe. Just how much worth does this civilization have? Is it exciting? I wonder what its final price will be. Trillion, 100 million, 1,000. No, I can only hope to get any value out of it. Indian trash is trash. Is there someone who would pay even a single yen for it? There silently. Good grief, this is... From what I heard, you're an extremely heartless fiend. I thought I could find common grounds with you after seeing what life was like in the life zone. But you're just... How to say this? You're mocking the failures of others. Huh? No, I won't say that. In any case, even a starving dragon has better things to do. Who is this person? I'm Bulgaria, Russia. To save the land of Russia. Now, Ibukidoji, I haven't introduced myself, have I? Thank you for the courtesy. I did check, but it was too much of a hassle to ask for each name, so would that help? Mr. Taggable in Dictionary of Chaldea. Shall we wrap up our conversation here? I am tired of what happened with Scenarios, but you played nice with PB, so I was touched by that, so I end up playing along with this conversation. But as far as that goes, it is true, our relationship this far has been that of friends, but let's end that here too. Friends? How come? Oh dear, to think you haven't realized. Your priority is to exercise the fantasy tree. My priority is to collect life forms. We were never enemies. I was living up in the Lost Belts as a tourist. In that regard, we are cut from the same cloth. But not this time. You all came to this world to kill me. Words were unnecessary from the start. That particular heroic spirit over there threw off pace, but humans should be humans, beasts should be beasts. Let us slaughter one another without any mutual understanding, shall we? You have plenty of opportunities to escape. You have plenty of times to learn your lesson. Is it barbarism or ignorance? In either case, that was a bad call for those calling themselves primates. It would no doubt be a fitting end for one who have erring repeatedly like you. I shall only respond to Emperor actions with the Eternal Games. Oh, there is no need to cry out the beast's name, for it is out despite I have named myself before humanity. Magic energy levels rising rapidly. This is where the real deal begins. The nature of her magical energy is completely different from the shadow earlier. The spell is protecting my syncraft is being corroded. It's corroded all that belongs to the human order. Is it going to devour even a Shen class defense? Here it comes, huh? She should have manifest in her six-tailed state. I won't be able to tell you how formidable it is without seeing it firsthand though. I was cast a spell to shield the mind, so please don't lose your wits. It is a beast meant to kill humans. Everything about it, including its appearance, will be a lethal weapon. Hard to resolve. Beast 4. Magical energy rising. Readings are off the chart. The shadow border meters can't measure it, but those magical energy levels are comparable to that of a divine spirit. As for the mass, its skin graph is endowed with, it's just as we mentioned earlier. Even though it has yet to fully mature, this distinctive erosion of space. Even though we are inside her reality mark, space is being corroded. This pressure is that of the beast class master. Yet, it's still not fully developed. It's in its pupa stage, so to speak. That's more enough power. This of course applies to its magical energy, but all in one. The power is amazing. The fourth piece, its position is mine. Should the beast of comparison be absent, it's embedded that beast of cherishment shall take its place. Compassion, providence, affection, content, murder, love. At times, bringing fire to slaughter and exterminate, at times reaching out with her hands to cherish, retribution, and an answer for that autonomy. Oh cruel humanity, the wild has long since been lost to you. Those things on her head are those huge horns. That would be the case considering these magical energy. And the scale of that same graph, she's overdoing it. The curse is still present, and she doesn't have enough tails. Overdoing it. Yes, she's forcing herself to completion. But in the end, it's merely rapid growth that won't bear fruit. The contents within are still developing. The point is that this is a chrysalis. Moments before eclosion. So that's what it is. Beast of cherishment. Senpai. Coins Kaya. I don't think it's evil to love, and from my view, you also seem to be cherishing something. Ideation, Keycrest, Energize. The Kulan Mountains are dedicated to JP-rKyECtnz. These hands of mine are exactly like the twin treasure blades I am the jaggery in astronomy, where the beggar dwells within me. You shoot impotent investiture of the gods. As before, it is my second anti-beast, no phantasm. She has modeled herself after the golden white face, so this will work on her somewhat. It won't seal the deal, but it'll be a force to be reckoned with to the very end. Yeah, thanks a bunch, I'll happily accept it. And now here comes my serious mode. I'm bringing out the orgies too. Have a chat, I'm counting on you. Okay, let's get down to business. I'm gonna keep the black bear at maximum firepower. Taikobo, you sure you want your last move to be that noble phantasm just now? No, of course not. Actually, didn't I tell you secretly? The effects remain the same as ever. Of course, I can't just change it willy-nilly, can I? More importantly, do something about that anger of hers. If it keeps rampaging about wildly like that, my trump card won't work. Is that so? Then I'm counting on the last move of yours. Right, I'm counting on you. Fo! Momo! We're counting on you, Taikobo. Yes, I have high hopes. What's with this trend? Yeah, I'm counting on you. Ahaha, please leave it to me. That's a lot of pressure. No. They were doing it on purpose for me, so that I won't get worked up on the final stretch. You're truly blessed, Taikobo. In the past it was Yang Jing, King Wu Cheng, and the 12 Immortals. Now it's Nugget and everyone from Kadea. Allow me to live up their expectations. Then, for that, this is what makes me a great and exceptional tactician. Now then, folks. First of all, please force her to stay put. So you're basically telling us to hit her. Sometimes a misbehaving child needs a good scolding. Come, my steed. Got it, my lord. It's so hot. It's hot. And there's this monster there. This one looks to be stronger than that bastard Gorinich. You'll lose if you let your guard down, my lord. Of course I lose. I'm punching above my weight with this one. That's why we're working together like this. Even if I'm alone, I'm no match for this formidable foe. Nothing is impossible for a long boggart with his allies. Have at you. Don't fall off now, my lord. Let's go, soldiers. Know that this will be the final battle. Mash. Yes, master. Fortunate's comet activation, raising output to the limit while maintaining auto tuning function. Black barrel. Barrel reinforcement complete. Go get him. Raising output to 100%. Black barrel blaster mode. Ready for combat. I'm ready to go, master. Commence anti-beast maneuvers. Roger that. Okay, let's see. How do I play this? I know this is the final battle. There's some gimmick to it. So I may have to use sync chords to revive. Be right back. I need some water. Is there any weakness to this? It's weak to Kiara, huh? Kiara. I see. Speak to Kiara. Where's my Kiara? Moon Cancer Kiara. Marilyn. I'm going as blind. Beast 4. Beast 4L.
Enemy, Johnny, 兵器、気候。弱き者は哀れよな。意図おぞましい。集うありえざる者たち。
She's summoning stuff. I don't know what she did.
幻と知りながら求めるなんて私が大きいのか皆様が小さいのかほう書き消えてしまいますそう客人本能焼きはこれが全てあなたの
First part break. She sacrificed them. There's no ruler mob yet. But I can't use this? Not skill delayed?
おや
負けないぞ。
切り込む。
えい。
けなげでしょ。全員
Rip Merlin. I thought he totally died.
ボン
楽園の端にようこそ。
サボるように
星の宇宙物見の楽園の端から君に聞かせよう。罪なき者のみ通るのガーデン・オブ・アバロン。
それはいつか来る兆しの星。誰に呼ばれるまでもなくあなたは星をかざすでしょう。アラウンドカリバ
見境の全員
How annoying! Quit using that invulnerable.
恋のようにむさぼるように仏道無常誓願上主情なくして情動なしその苦しみは我が楽しみニルマーガラティヘブンズコール小手調べです泡と消えるのが定め表現境に参りましょう
Just hardly taking any damage.
見境の
No, Marin's dead. I can't even use the MP right now. That's a problem. Can't use her MP.
負けないぞ。要するに接続。
You can't at least evade though.
下がって誇りにかけて撃て。マルミアドワード。やっ。人間。
ボンボン
You bastard.
望まれることを望
Quit shielding. 2 hits.
何のために。
むさぼるように夢のように
それはいつか来る兆しの星。誰に呼ばれるまでもなくあなたは星をかざすでしょう。アラウンドカリバーン。
もう行きなさい30秒電光石火叫び集え祈り集え醜き人の愛願に空より来たる鉄槌をこれにて
What the?
見境の
Quit sealing my MP. You bastard.
要するに接続。
趣味むさぼるよ恋のように幻と知りながら求めるなんて私が大きいのか 皆様が小さいのか。まだ抗うか。かわいらしいことどうか召し上が秘密蜂蜜弱意図おぞましい。ノーニ
So much HP down.
ありえざる妖精の王よ。対終末対粛清防御始め。違法の国、時の終わり。なれど剣は彼の手に。霊言なり勝利を刻め。ラウンドオーバーバロン。
けなげでしょ。驚きます。死亡。
隙を突かれました。
Damn. This Kiara did a lot of damage against her.
内熱衝撃板成功します。どうぞ遠慮なく。いいわ。冗談。
夢のように。
She's weak to melee scene too.
幻と知りながら求めるなんて私が大きいのか皆様が小さいのかまだ抗うかかわいらしいこと泡と消えるのが定め秘密蜂蜜弱ノー全員
次は
恋の夢のようにやれけなげでしょ百人凡人焼き払いましょう集うありえざる者たち全員
内圧衝撃は装填します。パラドックスセット。
では
敵生命強化
を表しましょう
ねえ次は
You'll have a shot.
じゃんじゃーんすごいだろう重いんだぜでも負けないファンデが食べとろうか
すべては幻真の白夢極楽浄土は我が手の上に幻は消え去ってこそ水泡娘
君はもう私のものだ血も肉もこぼさない最
Final bar. Why am I stunned? Oh, fuck the ruler. The rulers can kill all my teammates. I hate the rulers too much. Okay, that's sun. What up with this one? She's under the sun effect too. Just the archer. Why was my teammates are stunned? Can't be helped.
朽ちるぬくろより炎の息鉄の翼フォローハートアレビオン
So safe.
ごめんなさい先輩
What the heck? What just happened?
無謀暴れる
That just died for no reason.
怒り集う呪い集え果てなき人の愛願に無名無限の地獄あれ
Ow. Damn that nuke.
No, no. No, no.
I almost did it. She's almost dead. Damn you. I should be able to use MP. But it's not letting me.
むさぼるように弱い
第四の
She's defeated, but still this ruler mob.
私は 幻に飲まれるよう
Oh, I didn't have to kill it.
とても私の本体に挑むには千年ばかり修行
Good thing I didn't have to use quartz. No quartz against Beast 4. This was even easier than Kama's beast. Kiara is very MVP against her. Melusine as well. These two are MVPs against her. I finally defeated Beast without using quartz. Time to get my quartz.
クリスマスは例年にも増して慣れた頃ほど油断し
In the beginning, there was light. Then came the heat. followed by the impact. And finally there was a sound. The prayers offered up by the animals of the Tunguska forest. Their words that signal direct death carved into their souls. Intertwined with the great impact of the meteorite that plumbed down from space. Diffusion and condension, implosion, defiled remains that warped space and time. That is how this beast came to be. Not due to a legend, not due to the history, but a congregation of prayers and wars begun by disasters, natures, and men. A nature spirit entirely unrelated to the human order, despite possessing a natural Saint graph. The disaster that befell this land triggered her genesis. She smiles a wicked smile amidst the flames with that unsightly form of hers. The Saint graph composed of screams and anguish felt pleasant. It's the same. It's all the same. Death by disaster and death by plunder. It's all the same. It's just also fun to be smiled as a matter of course. The voice of animals who continue to fall prey to the men were like raindrops washing the filth off her body. Humans don't keep their promise, they never do. Killing in the name of survival, using it to live. All of it so that a better cycle may be established. The animals born on this planet were aware of it from birth as inhabitants of this planet. That this is the way nature works, that the longer a species lasts, the more life they consume. But humans have forgotten that promise. They have forgotten their responsibility. Of all things, they coexisted with animals for purpose unrelated to advancements of their species. Then for what purpose? For what reason did Earth suffer such bloodshed? For what reason did so many species go extinct? There's no answer. Of course there isn't. Humans never had any semblance of a purpose in the first place. She feels no anger, neither does she feel any sorrow. The Saint graph was born as disaster. There is no point siding with either humans or animals. However, she did feel it was awfully inexcusable. Coexistence not for the sake of proliferation, but for the sake of happiness. Procreation not for the sake of preserving the species, but to share joy. Cherishment as a living being, that love is a paradoxical one. In nature, love is what those who nurture their offspring possess. But for the beasts, for me, emotions nurtured for the sake of rapture are nothing short of incomprehensible. However, you who have scared the earth, you born of an earth cleanse of life. O beasts of curse, those who rejoice at your birth may be few. However, you may at least have a name. JP-rKyECtnz. Did someone name me? Or was it a name I gave myself? JP-rKyECtnz. Janskaya? Koyanskaya. I understood at the moment that these feelings were evil. They defy the law of nature. It is still too early for life to possess them. Even a divine being would fail to reign in these feelings. These beings would surely warp all life born on this planet. Just as there were humans who loved animals and were felled by those same animals. Just as there was a good god who loved humans, yet was renounced by those same humans. I see, then I shall take on that form. In 2017, the seat of the fourth was vacated, and so an incinerated in its place. If to cherish is to be evil, then I shall abide by that logic as an evil myself. I shall follow in the footsteps of God who was once denied that love. Without a biological father, without a biological mother, nothing to inherit from a father nor born from a mother, I became a solitary existence. To what end? There is then true love, of course, a mother's love. However, I lack a mate. On this planet, my existence is one of a kind. Therefore, I decided to adopt children and travel the lost boats, rounding up rusty children befitting the girls like me. The children I adopted were brought into my tales, where they would offer up their souls and genes. It did not come naturally to me, it was based on legend handed down to the same graph. The nine-tailed fox gave birth to many lives. From its tails, evil spirits from all over Japan were born in that moment. A legend of one endowed with traits of a beast just like me. A nine-tailed beast, a golden white face. I imitated its nature. I decided to obtain the 9 tails and 9 children. However, I was particular about the children I chose. They must not be from a land dominated by the human order. For I do not belong to the human order because I reject humanity. Therefore, neither should my children be a part of human history. So I looked to the Lost Belts. Worlds far removed from the human order, living yet dead. Grotesque creatures that can only live in such worlds are the ones worthy of becoming my children. The first. The second. The third. The fourth. The fifth. The sixth. I birthed man lives using the information acquired as their basis. Before I knew it, a forest had formed. Before I knew it, a river had formed. They would not be killed by humans, for not a single human will be born here. They have no need of an ego. They have no need of self-awareness. Under the guidance of law of the jungle, within the ceaseless circle of life, the animals will live as they will, then die, then live, then die, and then live. And someday, may I. Ooh. I can do this. Shibu saying. And here comes my no phantasm. Keep up with me, my steed. Understood. May the sins be cleansed. Gaze up at the sun. I beckon the three-headed dragon. The wicked dragon. Come, bleaching sins, Seme Gornage. O glittering dranic flames of the second of the squirted, three-headed wicked dragon, have a taste of hellfire. Ball suit Taikobo. Activate all 84 seals. Come forth, smitter of gods. Come forth, old armament of mine. May the skies be torn asunder and fall. Deity thrashing. Whip dashing by. The fog is clearing up. Nugget maximum firepower and Taikobo maximum firepower enhanced by its anti-beast specialty. Not even a beast can shake off a sustained widespread attack of this caliber. One more shot, I'm counting on you, Chaldea. I order you with my command spell. Muster all the power you can. Huh. Above me. Point blank discharge, bunker bolt. Way to go, Mash. A single flash, bunker bolt during her rapid vertical descent. You blunder beast when you failed to notice I had flung Mash. Also, the high ceiling of the hall helped a lot. Thank you for your cooperation, everyone. Mental energy levels in the target are intending. The expanded mass of her sync graph is also deflating. We can observe it from here as well, yet not too shabby. The exterior of her humanoid form remains the same as ever, but her combat capabilities had deteriorated somewhat. That attribute unique to the beast class, that force corrosion of the surrounding space, appears to have ceased. The mass of her sync graph is still over 200,000 tons, but so far, so good then. For starters, can I assume this means the battle is over? In that case, I'm punching out first. I'll catch you later in Chaldea. Yes, see you later. Wulan troops, slow and steady win the race. Win? My spiritual core remains intact, and all you did was whittle down my magical energy by a small margin. Applying the concept of completion to all of creation, how accept a considered view. Oh yes, especially considering that nothing is over yet. 10. Too slow. Swarm of war beasts. From under the ground, no, war beasts are also spawning from the walls. You're slow on the uptake, your instincts are dull, it's too late for your tactics, and above all else. You realize all too late that it's already over for you. 999 war beasts flying up the hall, muzzles and gunport spawn slowly to slaughter humans. This unfortunate. You excuse me, this is a hobby of mine, and my authority as a beast, Nega weapon. They can wield those weapons, mankind inventions, better than anyone else, for they have been killed more than anyone else has. She's going for her. Senpai. Give me a boost, hurry up, Yuki. Reads command spell without looking away. Who? Radiant White Dragon's light armor. Bells of Damask. Are you alright, Master? Nugget shielded me. Nugget got rid of with all those bullets. The first noble phantasm of mine is conceptual weapon armor. It may have been shattered in an instant, but somehow I did pull through. Nugget. Such a terrifying aptitude for slaughter. To think she could wield the weapons of a man better than man himself could. Yeah, that's right. There is a sad and erect ability befitting of an evil humanity. But what about it? Killing humanity is all that good for. That power is not absolute when it's up against heroic spirits. This is especially true for ones who are already close to nature in the first place. In other words, effectiveness is half against me. But what's brutal is brutal. Well, sorry about that. How should I put it? Even with the support of a command spell, I can't pull it off a second time. Thank you, Nugget. Haha, come now. I'm established a temporary contract with you, Master. Therefore, I shall protect you as if I were protecting Grand Prince of Kiev. Taikobo. I'll leave the rest to you. Nugget. Her spiritual core appears to be intact. Yep, she'll wake up soon, considering how sturdy she is. For now, I'll leave Nugget to you, Mash. Understood. If you'll excuse me, Kaya. I'll take it you know what this means. If you try anything funny, your head's going to slide off your body. End this battle for your own good. So what you say? You. We've incapacitated Kaya for now. So far so good. We are in her reality marble. A beheading may indeed kill her. But what happens should she not die? Either results in an infinity number of lost moonlight spawning, or an infinity number of giant war beasts firing their guns at us. I may not be able to protect Yuki this time around. If we lose him, the reclamation of proper human history will end as a pipe dream. We'll need to seize her before that. Calm yourself, stay calm, energizing Ideal Nation Keycrest, deploying technique. Tamovich-Koenskaya, all wavering beast, establishing a sanctuary in spite of your loathing for humanity. What exactly are you? Remote contact with the target spiritual core. Successful. Real-time analysis of the target initiated. An untamed paradise overflowing with life, like a sanctuary, and the depths of hell, where hatred towards humanity accumulates. A realm mortal is, as they say, the mindscape of the user. In which case, this right here is your veiled heart. You are Taikobo. I know, please leave it to me. I ask of you, Tamovich-Koenskaya. I ask of you, who stands at the center of this world, Tamovich-Koenskaya, what are you? What you ask now of all times? The nine-tailed fox. Nay, you are not the Shadow Daji. There is not a single trace of thousand-year fox spirit in you. An evil humanity through and through, just like the golden white face, yet not the fox with the golden white face. Then why are you a beast? Why here? Why do you resent mankind? Why are you the way you are? Why? Why are you here? Yes, why are you? Why here? At sight of explosion long past. You beast who mastered the aptitude of human slaughter. It's almost like you're aiming to achieve 9 tails like Dashi. Are she and explosion somewhat connected? Gotcha. At times bringing fire to slaughter and exterminate. At times reaching out with her hands to cherish and retribution and an answer for that autonomy. And from my view, you also seem to be cherishing something. And as this is complete. Technically resolved, cancelling remote contact with the target spiritual core. I'll ask you one more time, Kaya. I take it you're the one who plummeted down from the skies. Well, what makes you think so, Daoshi? From the skies? No, allow me to rephrase that accuracy's sake. You are the power of the explosion that pierced the land of Tunguska. You're the lamentation of animals that perished. You're the pain that nature felt. You are its scream. You're the wailing of her abrupt death. You're so to speak, the curse and anguish seared into the land of Tunguska. You're the beast formed from their union. Ms. JP-rKyECtnz. You're, so to speak, the curse and anguish seared into the land of Tunguska. You're the beast formed from their union. Ms. JP-rKyECtnz. The explosion of Tunguska, then that means she's the imprint of a concept. The Tunguska event made flesh. No, well, it's hard to rule that out entirely. There have been cases of concepts becoming heroic spirits, and it even be said that tinkering with concepts is the ultimate goal of magecraft. You can call it phenomenal all you want, but as far as human history is concerned, a colossal disaster of global scale is not an event you can afford to ignore. In other words, it wouldn't be a stretch if it became a ghost liner. Yep, the doctor is spot on. There's no doubt that Kaya is a servant. In fact, she is an alter ego proof of that, since they are modeled after a different aspect of a pre-existing heroic spirit. That is, of course, assuming Taikobo is correct, though I do believe he's certain of it, considering he's made of this sort of assertion. Well, I guess I am. That is the answer I grasped. From the spiritual core of her Saint Graph, it was a technique with plenty of irksome activation condition. But I did manage to trigger it. I mean, it scared the daylights out of me. Oh, by the way, Yuki was the one who gave me the final hint. Since when do you take up magecraft? It's called Fangshu. You could also refer to it as Sage Arts. It's rather unlike Western magecraft in terms of versatility. It requires a lot of efforts, attending how you set it up well, you see. But a lot of things can be done with it. Like eavesdropping on a lady's secret. Yes, indeed. And look at your true nature. Let's give you an example, Miss Koenskaya. You don't give a damn about humanity, do you? Wait, that can't be right. That activity savage cruelty is show of sadistic obsession with humanity. If she doesn't give a damn, then why would she? Yes, it's precisely because she couldn't care less that it becomes a routine for her. I'm sure she does hate and loathe humanity, but not to the extent she would act personally to cause human extinction. She would mess with it. At best, of course, that in itself will result in a lot of bloodshed. But when push comes to shove, finding amusement in witnessing humanity downfall is all the interest in it she can muster. That's because the truth is that she couldn't care less. So what's the truth? What do you have to say for yourself, Tamovich Koenskaya? Oh dear, giving us a silent treatment. In 1908-80, a massive explosion occurred in Tunguska forest zone. Light and heat came as a result. The great explosion, a shockwave. Those final moments that came all too suddenly. I'm sure there must have been animals who believe it was a gunfire brought about by human hands. But the truth of it was their lives were snuffed out by the explosion. Those grudge against humanity simmer deep within you. They are simply put residual thoughts that clung to you. Nothing more than texture. That is why you cannot bring yourself to be serious about human extinction. Anyone who lays eyes on this ecosphere will understand what you long for. That is right, you have something that takes precedence over human annihilation. I'm sure you understand it too, don't you, Yuki? It's probably because of that incompatibility. Honestly, the human order's counterforce, I take it. I perused the records of the seventh singularity was truly replicant. Yet call to prepare all these heroic spirits to use against me. Or is it that diversity by any chance proper human history creates a set? Yes, I do feel sorry about that. After all, it has been over 10,000 years. We have all the right people in the right place on our side. A whole assemblation of specialists to ward off calamities. It appears so. I was on the receiving end of that, and I lost. Good grief, I suppose I reap what I sow. And am getting my just desserts, my fault for incurring a needless curse and dragging my feet. I knew that if I want to kill you all, I would have to do it in person. Oh well. It's not as though I suffer loss or anything, so I hold no regrets and feel no bitterness over that. The fourth beast. Now that primate murder is no longer with us, I figured I'd be able to take the route as the fourth beast. But that turned out to be an ephemeral dream. Could it be that this planet has it out for me? I yearned to be beast, but I couldn't make it. My dreams were shattered, and I end up being trampled by all of you fine people from Chaldea. Yes, I'm about to lose it, with all this frustration and wrath. Alrighty, now it's come to this. I guess I'll self-destruct and blow up the whole territory. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's bad news. You may be saying it cutely, but I know you're serious, Koenskaya. This woman is the type of lady who embodies the spirit of dragging everyone down with her. Oh, fool! If I may offer a suggestion. Shall we put an end to this beast candidate and alien got apostle business, all of it. It's hounding Chaldea and human history business too. We'll put it all behind us. Huh. Huh. I hereby propose a third option, one that does not demand the death or extinction of either party. So I invite you to accept this, Miss Kwanskaya. After all, you couldn't care less about humanity, do you? Do you not think it's absurd to stake your life over something you couldn't care less about? I see, you have a point. Oh man. No, that's not what I meant. I'm definitely not referring to how my feelings have changed or anything. I simply came to this conclusion as a result of valuing my own life. The entirety of this domain is Kwanskaya, is it not? If she self-destructs, we have nowhere to run. In that case, reconciliation ought to be a viable path. Besides, this is not a lost post. It's not a lost boat. Our interests aren't merely exclusive. There's no reason why we ought to be killing each other. There's no need to come to blows if we can settle this through dialogue. Isn't that right, Yuki? No, young master Chaldea. Not a ruthless magus by birth, but an ordinary person bearing a heavy burden forced upon him by circumstance. You of all people should understand this probably, far better than anyone else. Yes. I get it, Golfy. Waging a war with pulverized enemy can be such a pain in the ass. There must have been a better way to phrase it. That's just now probably one of the 3 high points of my life, wasn't it? Sorry, looks like being straightforward isn't a strong point of mine. But I was serious about that, okay? The effort outweighs the reward, and all that remains are piles of corpse and rivers of blood. That's what a war eradication is, no? That's what this proposal is. Avoiding it, right? I didn't say anything wrong, did I? Now it is a surprise. Although I believe his excellent Gordov harbors double or even triple the grudge against me, does he not? I do. The mistake I made at Chaldea, the countless crimes you committed, I will never forget them. But that is irrelevant. I'll punish you myself for my own foolishness. And you can settle your sins on your own. How cold of you. You were third rate to the very end, Your Excellency. I speak of you as a magus, of course. A loser can't be chooser. Do what you will, whether that's killing me or stealing me. It's a half measure. Either way, even if you get rid of me, a second and a third. No, I'm telling you, we have a third option in store. Proper human history is true, that is a fact. There's never enough tickets to board the ship. I have a good eye for this, so I'm well aware of all that. Chaldea has no other path except that killing these non-existent odds probabilities than moving forward. But that does not apply here. That is because your world does not belong in human history to begin with. Yes, that's right. You really ought to accept my proposal. There's no need to kill each other. It's a simple matter. I don't get it. I have already planted my roots in Tunguska. It's a cradle for my eclosion into a mature beast, and it will remain immobile once it had been laid out into my clothes. Yet here I'm utterly defeated. As long as I don't reach maturity, I cannot move a single inch from here. The human order, proper human history. Even if you claim those silly things. This world of mine, sitting in the corner of Siberia, may cause an error in the restoration of human order and get in the way, you know. That makes sense. As for the details of reclaiming and restoring proper human history, there is room for argument. However, that remarks of her remains a possibility we cannot deny. So what do we do? Should I lop her head off after all? Should we pull a do or die move and try beheading her? Do you not get the message? I meant this girl's head. If Master orders me to behead her, then I... Taiko, but didn't you say you can do something? Yes, well... Things will work out, as I have mentioned, listen well. This world is a reality marble. These are scenarios shaped by your mindscape, Koyan. It is your inner world itself. It possesses neither the distortion of the Holy Grail nor a demise comparable to a strange tale. In which case, this world is capable of surviving. Causing an error during the restoration of human order, I see that is indeed a possibility. So why not elsewhere? That's right, elsewhere. A place not of this planet. What about the first reaches of the vast, borderless, and infinity sky? Do you truly believe that there is no place for you? A domain that won't cause an error in human order restoration. You speak of a venture into space. Empirically speaking, I do believe it's impossible. Given the capabilities demonstrated by the exterior of the domain, even the harsh vacuum of space should pose virtually no threat. Regarding preservation of the atmosphere, we could offer you a formal wear with a unique technique woven into it. Oh, whoa. Whoa, you turn into a motormouth mash. Whoa, calm down there. That's right, Mash, whoa there. Wait a minute, you look all fine and dandy, Nugget. You really are tough. As expected, hehe, that's what I'm talking about. Nugget, what about your injuries? You see Mash use the salve that was in your shield on Nugget. Whoa. Whoa there, Mash, whoa there. Calm down, Mash. Yes. I just got excited after suddenly hearing a statement overflowing with romance. No, that's quite fine. That sounds about right. This is the third option I am proposing. To temporarily freeze her in space and time, then launch her into space. Needless to say, we will set the technique such that it will automatically undo space-time freeze once you have reached a safe haven. No, hold on just a minute. What are you prating about? Space-time freezing and space travel, and especially the former, you do realize she's the domain of true magic, don't you? Allow me to answer. Whoa. I understand your misgiving, Director. Common sense dictates that having entire swath of land travel for space is impossible. However, it is the reality marble. In the end, it is. But the inner world of one life form. So what does this imply? That if we stop this force expansion towards the surface occurring at this moment and revert it back down to its original humanoids. Yes. I'm certain the mass itself won't change, but the size is well crucial. Nevertheless, it's beyond my power to launch her into space like this. So I'll tinker with this space a little and shrink her down further, down to palm size to be more specific. And then I'll launch her into space. Oh, full. Now about the space-time freeze, the fact that this is a reality marble works to our advantage. Rather than meddle with space and time itself, we will merely slow the process of a singular life form down to their utmost limit. We will have her enter a state that is similar to a space-time freeze. What do you say, Miss Kaya? What do I? Humanity will of course be non-existent beyond this planet. Humanity will be non-existent, but you're free to either aim for beasthood or expand your own world. Or can you be a little braver and bestow your children with self-awareness? The problem right now is that the planet's atmosphere is encircled by the branches of the fantasy trees. In that case, we just have to open the sky. Yes, please do so. In other words, we will cut down the fantasy trees and restore the human order. Prime timing for just ahead of human order restoration. And launch this world into space during that process, right? Spot on. Now then, shall we begin? Hold on a minute here. Hold on. I said hold on. I'm being left behind as a spectator again. Space time freeze, space travel? And we're not launching a rocket or a space shuttle, but a whole reality marble into space. That's a funny joke you got there. Or not. Calm down, ladies and gentlemen. Even you shrink her down, that's a little more than window dressing. Taikobo himself has said that her mass wouldn't change. The sheer energy it would require a launch in the area of the scale into space, reaching another celestial body, is the objective here. You need light space speed travel. Even a generous donation of free magical energy cores from the Stormburner wouldn't be enough to cover it, right? It is possible there is a prison. Would you all happen to be familiar with the story of Noah? Noah. Wait, isn't Noah like the character from Arcade? You know, the one with the arc. Oh, so close. I'm so close, but I can't put my finger on it. My head's all fuzzy. Then there's this ribbon that shows up at the end. I take it you're referring to Noah from the Old Testament. It said he built an ark and survived great flood that engulfed the world along with many other lives. That's him. Whoa. Frankly speaking, the two of us are fellow grands. I learned a great many things from him. So they know each other. Is that so? Ahaha, so that's how it is. It sounds a lot more feasible when you put it that way. Seriously, am I the only one feeling like I've been bewitched by a fox? Ahaha, by those 9 tails, how smooth of you, Golfy. That's not what I meant. I may not be as good as Noah is, but for what it's worth, I am still direct disciple of Lord JP-rKyECtnz. I'm Taikobo, who stood in life as equal of the Xians. Let's give it a try, shall we? Even if it should prove impossible. Nevertheless, I will carry your cooperation. I will require you to stay put as I cast a spell. How does that sound, Miss Kaya? Will you accept this proposal? Of course I won't. Have you gone mad? I don't give a damn if you like to wallow in narratives and self-pity, but don't drag me into it. I still have a means of dragging you all down with me. If accepting your silly proposal is all I have left, I'd rather play that card. No, you'll accept Kaya. Because this transaction will benefit both sides, right? Jeez, I must have cozied myself up to your rebel a bit too much. I would have never guessed you'd take advantage of my sole principle. Very well, I'll go along with that plan. The first beast lies beyond dialogue, the second beast lies beyond parting. And the fourth beast will find a mutual answer without ever taking up arms. Congratulations, you have successfully subdued the beast. Its fox's tail lies tucked between her legs. Of course, that's done with great reverence. Yuki, I must once again ask you to channel your magical energy into me as much as you can muster. Okay, give it your best shot. Rejoice, Taikobo, for I will applaud you while we're at it. I'm just basing this on my gut instinct here, but this is one of those techniques that'll make you go splat if you fail, right? How sharp of you. I'll be counting on everyone's support. Leave it to me, mysterious slit-eyed man. It's fine. I'll help you if push comes to shove. I'll doubt I'll need of your assistance, but thank you with a vague sense of reassurance, Lady Ibukidoji. Momo. I'm not exactly familiar with the sage arts, but please do your best, Taikopo. Understood. Wow, she's sending her to space. The Kunlun mountains are dedicated to Yuwanti, Tianzin, fish tail crown in gold, clad in a cloth of a crane plumage binding heavens and the earth. Imperishable conduct purity of mind, shangs of the pure land to battle. These hands of mine are exactly like the twin treasure blades. I invented geography and astronomy. For the Beigo dwells within me, that is to say, I am the Shang attending to battle. And as proof of that, before me stands the King Father of the East, to my right stands the Flame Emperor Shangon. Behind me stands the Queen Mother of the West, to my left stands Tai Summoner Nua. Everlasting Zulong, know that Jade Emperor has passed the Imperial Decree in Radiance. Special domain connection imposed. The heaven jade clarity stirs. Vibrating the heavens of highest clarity, filling the heaven of the greatest purity, reaching unto the great overarching size. I hereby dedicate unto the origin Taiji. Let's just get on with it. Send the resource. This is Foe. A small light flutter about. Particles of light, perhaps the result of the spell, cast filled the hall. They would surely permeate the entirety of this domain. There was a trace of warmth. There were traces of life. The particles of light eventually enveloped her body. She's turning into an egg. Quite the irrelevant is using of a great sage art. To think you go such absurd extremes to hammer the sky open. I wish I could accompany you into the launch, but seeing how that is a pipe dream, I have set up a program. On top of placing the zone, the entirety of this reality marble of yours in a state of cytospace time freeze. Space will be compacted until it is little more than an egg. To a state similar to the world's egg spoken of in Indian and Oceanic mythology. The sky will open one day as the restoration of the human order commences. The world egg will then be launched simultaneously. In time you will reach a safe heaven. This may be in the vacuum of space, or it may be on a different celestial body. The rest is up to you. Won't matter where you choose to settle your world, and it is none of our concern what you choose to do once you get there. Neither the human order nor humanity can stand in your way. I can only hope that it goes well. I do believe there is nothing quite like space exploration when it comes to consuming budget and time. Why though? Why did you choose to spare me? I am not the golden white face. I'm not evil you fell for. Yes, that is indeed most disappointing. It would appear I have been deceived by my handler. Heh. These inanimate flesh puppets that neither grow nor evolve are my children. From your perspective, these feelings of mine must appear twisted, do they not? Such a world for me. Slaughtering 10,000 beasts, snuffing lives out of with irrationally far beyond man. Screaming these grudge against mankind, acting like I speak on behalf of the beasts. A person like me, whose kingdom has no future, who never bestowed them with sentence and self-awareness. Why would you do this for a liar like me? That's enough complex save out of you. I did so because I wished to do so. Oh, did I not tell you? I happen to be egotist. I am not one to say liars ought not to be rewarded. After all, I happen to be good taking the easy way out. Besides, it is our natural obligation as humans to do what we can do for our kind. Nothing surpasses humanity when it comes to evil. How many species have we driven to extinction since the dawn of human history? All of that at the hands of one species. One after another, we eagerly went around driving other species to mass extinction. We killed and killed and killed and killed and killed and killed. We did our best to kill and ruin them. Countless lives have snuffed out. We act as we please. We got to balance the books, even if it's impossible now. In due time, it will occur at the hands of someone with the power to do so. As luck would have it, now is the time. Is that so? Thank you for that lonesome answer. Now allow me to return the favor. You didn't come up with this plan of yours on the spot, did you? I'm certain you meant to use it for someone else, yet you chosen to use it here. Oh, that's right, to all you fine people from Chaldea. I may have gone with the flow, causing things to end up this way. But don't make the mistake of thinking this is the end. Should I ever conclude that Chaldea is incapable of opening up the sky, then you understand what happens, don't you? I will go on my way through the shell of the world egg from within, and my world will instantly take root in Tunguska, devouring humanity wholesale. Keep that in mind. And don't ever forget. Yes, I won't forget. I'll keep in the mind, Kaya. What's with that funny face that you're making? Just thinking how you're acting tough and all. Oh, now that's really ticked me off. But well, never mind that. I will sleep for the time being. Well then, I bid you all good day. Where's the thank you? You ought to thank the people when they do a favor. Literally, yes, Kaya. Where's the thank you? What is the cat ears they're saying? Getting in the way of my sleep and all. Is this flight really going to be okay? Say thank you. I won't. You don't have to. Let's meet again someday somewhere. I swear you are all such good people, so much that it gives me the shivers. It's a time ago. As the legend of a distant land goes, the world we live in was once an egg, just as we draw breath. so too shall the world be born. Therefore here lies the egg, therefore the world egg shall drift within its cradle, harboring everything. The heroic spirit Taikobo Lu Sheng hereby proclaims to the gods of heaven and earth. She requires not your divine protection, she requires not your blessings. For this world egg who has concluded she is incompatible with the human order, I simply pray for a safe journey. May you encounter no hardship on your journey to that distant sky. I pray that my flight path calculation are flawless. Oh well, they should be flawless anyway. BGM, you who harbor a sanctuary in a hell. You who loathe humans, you who mock humans. O bizarre monster infant born of Tunguska. May your journey be. One more. And it's the 13th chapter. The old Tunguska forest region. The blanked earth. It all looks the same. Yes, senpai. NF HQ in the dead zone, the lush green forest of the life zone, the murmuring of the clear streams. Not a trace remains of what used to be there. No. If we assume the blank state surface, the current default state of the planet, I suppose to be more accurate to say it has reverted to its original appearance. Oh. Looks like not a trace of it remains. Taikobo, where is that world egg? Hidden in space and time. Not as far as imaginary number of space though. But enough to ensure it can't be tinkered with under normal circumstances. When the time comes, the roots of the fantasy trees vanish, opening up the sky. The world egg will automatically be launched, without anyone being the wiser. Tamagovich. I get it. It just kinda hit me. Hahaha. Phew, I might wipe though. Thank you for helping us with coins, Kaya. It's nothing you ought to thank me for. On the contrary, I'm grateful for your company and... in any case, I'd like to thank you for that. Senpai? Thing is, something's been on my mind. Oh, well, what would that be? There's no evil in humanity without love for humanity. That's what Abby Nosemi said, if I recall. A record from our previous operation in Hiinko. Semi, that is to say, the Abby Nosemi who is famous for his talent at sea. Fair anchor, allow me to answer. I believe I told her that she cares nothing for humanity. Yes, you saw through her with your sage arts. Yes, I saw right through her, that nature of hers. Oh, how should I put it? That you don't give a damn about humans, do you? Mark of mine. That was just an easy way of putting it. An easy way. Oh? Momo. Come now, fool. Don't act up. You're starting Shi Busheng. Master Taikobo, I take it means you lied. Indeed it does. Serious face. Fool. Ow, ow. No, I didn't mean it in a bad way. It was by no means a malicious deception. The end justifies the means, as they say. For real, in this case, the end justifies the means. Yes, indeed. It's true that she did love humanity. So I used that as a starting point, and well, I cajoled her. Still, truth to be told, she didn't seem like she cared much for humanity, did she? Both in words and action. As for her not caring, that is the truth and yet an untruth, both lie in fact. She loved humanity and in fact she had been looking forward to extinction. Nevertheless, considering her history, she must have loved them in truth. People, humans, humanity. No matter how many forests they burn, no matter how many species that drive to extinction. Even if she should conclude that our existence are inevitable, the primates known as humanity are no more than a species that lives among nature, one that she loves. And there are animal species that seeks deepen their bonds with humanity. She did not deny that. She did not pluck that way either, and she did not ignore that. In other words, she loved the humanity. Her words and deeds longing for reunification of humanity are nothing less than indisputable truth. The existence of dead zones and aggravation of the hatred and bloodlust directed at humanity, the question of her aptitude for human slaughter, and the manifestation of her authority. They are all genuine. You do remember, don't you? She had even grown great horns, indicative of her status as a fully developed beast. She did have those horns. That's right, we did confirm the formation of a large horns on her head. This we can conclude this. Koen's-Kaya harbors a love for humanity within her. Yet at the same time, she harbors a hatred and bloodlust, to the point she herself has grown sick of humanity. Full. Love in spite of hatred, that is by no means uncommon. It is not one exclusive to beasts, but for we humans often possess the same. You may or may not be aware of it, though. Yes. The beasts we have encountered so far have at least had such inclination. So you're saying that Koen's-Kaya no longer wishes to hate anyone. No longer wishes to hate. Yes, I feel like I understand, senpai. Oh? She no longer wishes to hate anymore. I believe that is why she chose to leave the area for the Sea of the Stars. I believe that is why she chose to leave for the Sea of the Stars. Not for the sake of humanity. No, for the sake of all animals, including humanity. Oh, there's my cue. Fo. Dear me, you're bidding me farewell, how cute. Momo. Yes, indeed, I will be sure to return. Haha. Of course, I wouldn't do something like using underhanded tricks to stay behind. It is impossible to sync graph anyway. But in the end, with this kind of timing, it's hard to tell which one it is. What do you mean by hard to tell? I'll be heading back to the throne, but for what reason? A stray servant walking around without a holy grail, even though the special territory has been eliminated. Has the human order finally called for my retrieval? Or is it simply because I use a Shang class greater siege arts, causing the spiritual core of my sync graph to shatter? Which one was it, I wonder? No way to tell. You got a point. This kind of timing makes it hard to know. I accept it either way. I have to up to my duty, you see? Tamovich Kornska, she. If she happened to model herself after Dashi, the nine-tailed golden white face, then her cultural reason is partly to blame, all things considered. I have to take responsibility for that. In any case, I'm glad I managed to do something about it. Nod. Farewell next time. If you manage to summon me in the caster cast, there's a chance that I'll be a grand. Arcade, probably. Full? You idiot. You gotta prepare these unsummoning lines in advance. Well, looks like my time's up too. Naturally, I already know what I'm going to say. It was a battle well fought. It was a fine adventure. Yep, it was a ton of fun hitting the road with you guys. Likewise, though it was a hard-fought battle. I was able to see something beautiful. That's how I feel. Oh. Yes, so I feel the same way. It was fun. Let's go on an adventure again someday. So long, Claudia. Live long. Farewell. And they are gone. It kind of feels lonely. Heroic Spirit Taikobo and Shibu sang, Heroic Spirit Nugget and Beloved Seed. In the end, my memories remain vague, but this is an experience I don't want to forget. Even when we're back in Chaldea, okay? If you do, I'll tell you about it again from the start. That's sweet of you. Whoa. What's this? Are you confronting me? Whoa. Farewell, ye heroes who are angry as the wind. Let's see. Should fate bring us together again? I'd like to drink with you. I'm sure fate bind us. We'll see them again. Yes, that is right. Full. Senpai is the shadow border. Oh, I finally got through. I see you're both safe. Ibukudoji too. We're safe too. Rest assured, the shadow border moves just fine. We got in touch with the storm border, and they should be here soon to pick us up. So make sure to stay put at those coordinates, understood? And although I intend to say this again after you return, I'll say it now anyways. Well done on your mission. The JP-rKyECtnz operation is considered a success. Be sure to write up your operation report with that in mind, both of you. Roger that. Yes, Master Cure Light over and out. Few more arrows. Oh, beautiful beast. Oh, beast, oh woman, more beautiful than anyone else. Anyone or anything who remains a beauty even after trampling the worlds and its people. You were powerful. I lost many friends and many comrades. I'll never forget the battles we fought. To defeat and capture you on many occasions, I feared that I had lost favor with the heavens. Eventually we won, the Shang dynasty fell, and you were ensnared by the demon binder. You continued to thrash about. You were the epitome of Tennessee itself, clinging to life. Even me meant being revolting mired in mud. You begged it for your life, time and time again. You cursed the world and its people time and time again. But in my eyes, even that conduct seemed beautiful. Yes, even in your final moments. Farewell. Daji, the 1,000-year fox spirit, unsurpassed in beauty and terror. Yes, farewell. To you I despise above all else, to you I adore above all else. I hope you die suffering more than anyone else. Alas, I will not die. I will return to Kunlun Mountains and become a Shang there after all. Yes, that you will. That you will, that. Eternal life I could never obtain, no matter how dearly I long for it. You will surely obtain it. Oh, how hateful. Oh, I love you so much. Fine then. In that case you shall live. Cursed by all the beasts, you shall live. Curse, you say? Yes, that is right. Until you scoop up every drop of blood shed from my severed head. You will forever remain a damned man. Woohoo. Woohoo. You will dance with those everlasting regrets forever more in your everlasting life. How fearsome you are. Didn't you know? Yes, I am indeed, I am Daji, the beast with tail, the living comedy in evil and humanity. I will always continue to hate, curse, and deplore you. The story goes that at the twilight of the Shang dynasty, Taikopo Liu Shang became engrossed in calligraphy. That his wife sought to divorce him, and so it was that she left Liu Shang. This days went by, and Shang dynasty no longer favored by the heavens collapsed. When the Zhou dynasty rose in its place, Liu Shang was granted key as his fiefdom for his meritorious achievements as tactician of the Zhou. Then his former wife appeared before him and sought reconciliation. Liu Shang then poured water from a bowl and said this. Return this water to its bowl. If we can do this, we shall reconcile. Needless to say, the split water won't ever go back into its bowl. That which has passed will never return. What a heart-rending story. What actually happened? What about that? What can I say? Oh. Where am I? I don't get it. I've heard that hero spirits are supposed to be in the throne, and throne has the records of human order and such. This blue sky is, well, what I can say is like a dream. Otherwise it would have to be an illusion. Those fun-looking festivals over there are also... Festivals? Do you perhaps mean those? The bugger Nugget won't be coming back anymore, and since we have no choice but to consider him dead, we must wed his young wife, who continues to wait for him, to a new husband, not content with making such absurd proclamation. They even went as far to plan a wedding resembling a grand festival. Do you mean those accursed and abominable things? No, that would be strange. Geez, how far back are we taking? But wait, hold on. The hero has set out indeed this time to save the human order, or rather to save the land of Russia. Heroic spirits don't leave the throne entirely, do they? Oh well, the point is... In which case... Not again, another incident with Nugget wives while he's away. Repeating the same thing over and over. What are you even getting at? Good grief, I'll be damned. Nonetheless, if Russia is in danger, I must save it no matter what. Nikitich, ever the young warrior. After all, Nikitich can handle most anything. Well, aside from parenting, that is. That's right, in 1908, Derber Nikitich was summoned in Russia. As a progenitor of Sun Prince, he is not wholly unrelated to the goddess of Sun. The luminous goddess of the Orient gently separated the newborn life. O Greece life, there is nothing to be afraid of. O screwing life, there is nothing to be afraid of. Even if you fall short of the sun, in the heavens you were born of the light, therefore you are a child of mine, she said. Yeah, I see that. That makes sense. And so went Nikitich to the heart of that great explosion, overcoming all obstacles and enduring all hardships, distorted by the power of the fragments of rocks that scorched the lands of Tunguska. There lays incomprehensible creatures, uncertain of whether it was a dragon or an insect. He cut it down, and atop scorched and fallen trees. Nikitich met you, a newborn child, gave you a name, gave you flesh. You were together for a while, but in the end, Nikitich was a little more than a shadow, a heroic spirit. In the end, I couldn't raise you. I came up short. I couldn't accept your curses. I couldn't accept your screams. Bearing witness to your end was all I could do. Forgive me, Yasuke. I'm sure she'll forgive you. Oh, it's you, maybe, my beloved spouse. You can find out yourself someday. This kind might just forgive you. Is that so? Doubt that I do, but... Oh, but it would be great if she did. Tomorrow, Friday, the epilogue release, I think. December 31st for the epilogue. All right. Thank you very much for coming to stream. Let's see who. Okay, guess this one, I guess. Why not? Bye-bye.